Hi, boys and girls. Today I'm going to be doing modelled reading with you. Remember, when we do modelled reading, we're looking for two things. We're making sure that the reading sounds like talking. And the second thing that we're doing is making sure that I'm using my reading strategies when I come across a new word. Today we're reading the story called The Sun and the Sea. You might have read this one before. The Sun and the Sea. Oh, eh. I've tried to chunk up that word and break it up into parts, but it's not working. I wonder what else I could do. Let's see if I can see pictures on the page that might help me. There's a sun, doesn't start with sun. There's the sea, doesn't start with s. If the pictures are not helping me and I can't break up this word into parts, maybe I can read on. Up on a time. I've heard that before. Have you heard that before? Upon a time. That sounds like something from Disney. That's right. Lots of good fairy tales, or in this case, this is called a folk tale. Starts with once upon a time. It looks right and it makes sense. Once upon a time, Sun did not live in the sky. He lived in a house near a beach. Sun and Sea were friends. Did you notice that I'm stopping at my full stops? Every day, Sun went down to the water to talk with his friend. One day, Sun said to Sea, I always come to see you. You have never been to my house. I would love to come, said Sea, but I would have to bring my family too. Your house is too small for all of us. No! Cried Sun. Did you see what's after no? Do you remember what that symbol's called? If you said exclamation mark, well done. An exclamation mark tells us that we need to say this word a little bit louder. No! Cried Sun. It's another word for yelled. My house is not too small. My house is big. Please come. Very well, said Sea. My family and I will come tomorrow. Are you predicting what's going to happen? All of his family. Who could be in Sea's family? I want you to stop for a moment and think. Who could be in Sea's family? Have you got your prediction in your brain? Hold on to it. Don't tell anyone yet. Let's keep reading and see if your prediction was correct. The next morning, Sun heard Sea call out, Hello, my friend. My family and I are here. Sun opened his front door. Sea and some of her family began. I can see two small words in this word, be and an. Began. Began. I've got to make sure I reread so it makes sense. But if I'm not sure where to reread, I don't just start from that line, go back to the last full stop. That's where I'm starting to read. Sea and some of her family began to come inside Sun's house. First, some brown crabs crawled across the doorway. Some brown crabs! I wonder if that was in your prediction. Then some small sea stars. Can you see the sea stars? That's another name for a starfish. Sun smiled. Your family is beautiful, he said. And I can see his arms open wide, inviting them in and welcoming them. Soon there was water all over the floor of Sun's house. Lots of little fish were having fun chasing one another round and round. But the water was getting higher and higher. Sun stood on a chair. Then He climbed onto the table. Oh my goodness, can you see all of these animals? What kind of animals are they? Are they jungle animals, zoo animals, farm animals? Did you guess? They're sea creatures. Do you want me to take my family back home? Sea asked Sun. What's at the end of home? He's asking a question. That's right, it's a question mark. Does our voice go up or down? Let's see. Do you want me to take my family back home? What happened to my voice? It went up. Let's see if it sounds right if my voice is going low. Do you want me to take my family back home? Is that how we ask a question? No. So make sure when you see a question mark, or you know it's a question, your voice is going up at the end. Let's reread. Do you want me to take my family back home? Sea asked Sun. No! There's that exclamation mark again. Please don't go, cried Sun. I think there will be room for everyone. Sea looked around. She knew that Sun's house was going to be too small for all of her family to fit inside. Sun was surprised when he saw some very big fish splashing around under the table. Then Sun saw some sharks waiting outside his front door. Do these sharks belong to your family too? He asked his friend, but Sea did not hear him because there was too much noise. Can you see who's coming in now? It's a shark! Oh my goodness. Now the water was nearly over Sun's head, so he quickly climbed onto the roof. But it was not even safe there because the water kept creeping higher and higher. Sun was scared. He didn't want to drown, so he jumped high above the clouds and into the sky. I don't even need to know that word. I'm thinking about the story and what would make sense here. Then I check sk. It must be sky. Today, Sun stays up in the sky. Now he only meets his friend Sea early in the morning at sunrise and again at the end of the day at sunset. Thanks, boys and girls.